Heidi ho, neighbors. Carrie here. Another day in the life of a full-time reseller slash connoisseur slash entrepreneur slash Carrie. That's what you call a high-end intro. Me and my zit, my forehead zit Ferdinand, I just named him. I don't know why. Welcome you to another just day in the life. What I've been doing. I've done a lot today already. And I've sold some stuff. I want to discuss some of the stuff I've sold, what to look for, what I found, and just general reselling advice a la Dave the NC picker, flipper, but maybe mine will be helpful. I'm just playing. Dave's awesome. My beard looked weird, so I'm going to comb it a little bit. It was a little bit disheveled, and that's not how Carrie rolls. I got a couple of what I thought were interesting sales that I didn't pay anything for, I'm gonna flub a lot. I've decided for the sake of authenticity just to leave for the most part, unless it's just a train wreck, which it probably is at times. I'm just gonna leave my flubs in. But I got a couple cards for free, and let me tell you how I got them at the card shop the last couple days and made some good money. Check this out. So the last couple days, I've been buying stacks of cards at the card shop, supplies. I got some Panini Prism blaster boxes for my box breaks, and they've been giving out these 2002 Father's Day packs. Now, I'm not a father, but I will accept their free packs. So I got a bunch of these free packs and did really, really well. These are just bonuses. The first pack I opened, I was so excited. I got this Desmond Ridder, who is a high, well, he was like it didn't cost me $250. That's just the sleeve it's in. But he was a higher quarterback draft pick, number to 25. I sold this in one day for $40 plus shipping. Didn't cost me a thing. Then the next day I got like another 6 packs with stuff I bought. And I got this Joe Adele Select Pink Refractor, and it's numbered to 10. I was talking to one of my buddies, and he was telling me these are actually from the industry summit that Panini does once a year in like Palm Springs or something. And I guess they just threw these in randomly into these packs with these kind of cards in them. So I sold that for $35 to a buddy on Instagram. So $75 for free. I can't complain. We talked a little bit last video about niching down, and that requires a little bit of focus on what you want to niche down on. Focus is huge. I saw a little opportunity here. I knew I was going to buy cards from the card shop anyway, so I decided to go the last couple days. Honestly, I go most days, but I've gone the last couple days, bought some stuff, got these free packs, and voila, I made $75, just easy peasy. That pretty much paid for all of the single cards I got to resell on eBay and then some. And then I just got, some boxes that I'm going to put on Whatnot and should profit on, hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow, or when this video comes out, Friday. There's going to be a Whatnot live auction that I'm doing. I'm doing a box break. A lot of fun if you want to see how those are. American Arbitrage on Whatnot. You can follow me. It's a lot of fun, and I like doing them. So today I went. They were out of those packs. I did get some supplies and a couple cards to pick up. Let me show you what I got and what I think I can make on these. This is really cool. National Treasures is a super high-end box of baseball cards. These boxes cost, I don't know, $500, $600, $700 sometimes, maybe even more. And this is a piece of game-used bat. See, that's a little piece of a bat. Frank Robinson. They only made 49 of them. The lowest on eBay right now is $30 shipped. This cost me $6. I'm going to put it at about $25 plus shipping. I didn't get too many, guys, so I'll go through these real quick, but I think it's important to kind of show you why I'm getting these and what to look out for. This is numbered to 10. It's a gold parallel. Shake Milton's pretty good. There is no gold parallels of this available right now. I paid 10. I'm just kind of going with the flow. I'm going to ask about 25, 30 on this as well. Just kind of my experience. I'll take less. I'll definitely make a profit on it. Stephen Gilmore plays for the New England Patriots. Great player. And then I'm not sure. Yeah, he's on the Patriots. He was on the Bills. Now he's on the Patriots. An all-pro cornerback. $6 autograph rookie. This should give me like 12 to 15 bucks plus. Shipping, got a bunch of rookies or a bunch of random other cards for $1 a piece. A numbered UFC card, numbered to $199. This is a piece of a Chase Briscoe's like suit for $1. These are just filler cards I can get anywhere from like $2, $3, $5, $6 for. Just good filler for my store. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what happened after I put up my video, my last video. I mentioned Dave a couple times in it, and I think he got excited for me that I was actually doing one of these types of videos because he called me the next day. He woke me up at like the crack of noon or something like that because I stay up late and I sleep in late. He woke me up and, well, I was barely up. But anyway, I had to answer his phone call because when Dave calls, you got to take that seriously. He was super stoked, and he gave me a little bit of advice about doing one of these kind of channels where you talk about, reselling what you sell. And he said the key was just to tell stories about yourself, stuff, about your family, and I guess just stuff you're passionate about. Now, today's a cool day for me historically. It's the day of the NBA draft, which in general doesn't mean much of anything to anybody unless you're in the NBA or about to be drafted. And, I've been ready to be drafted for like 17 years now. It's probably not going to happen at this point based on my low height, my low skill, and my overweightness. But, if they want to draft me, I'm there. I'll even sign a free agent deal. I don't care. I'll do whatever. But anyway, I've always loved the NBA draft. Since I was a kid, I used to watch it with my buddy all the time. In fact, we used to go to something called the Rocky Mountain Review in Utah. They did it for like 10 years or 15 years. And it was so awesome because back in the day, I didn't realize I was a reseller back then. And I really wasn't at that moment, but I had that in my soul, like that trading and selling and collecting vibe that I have now. I used to go to that and players would play, right? And then they would go and sit out in the crowd after their games. And I got to meet all sorts of cool people. Coaches like Bill Cartwright and BJ Armstrong, who were like scouts and coaches at that time. I got to meet all sorts of prospects. And one of the prospects that was super, super, super cool to me was Jabari Smith. Now, you may have heard of Jabari Smith if you're following this NBA draft. Jabari Smith Jr. is going to be a high pick. In fact, he got drafted today, number 3, to the Houston Rockets. But his dad, Jabari Smith Sr., came out of LSU, was like a late first round, maybe second round pick for the Sacramento Kings, and he was at the Rocky Mountain Review. Now, me and my buddy, we would hustle. We would always try to get like their headbands, like, hey, would you give us a headband after the game? Or shoes, because headbands were all the rage in the early 2000s. And my buddy Kobe, he would always get like crazy stuff. Like they would talk to him. He got a pair of shoes once. I wasn't that cool. But one time Jabari Smith was playing. He played a whole game. And I'm like, hey, can I have the shoes or something? No, or I don't remember what he said. But he ended up giving me his headband, which meant the world to me. I'm like not much of somebody who collects cards, but I may end up collecting some of the cheap Jabari Smith cards. Because if it's worth money, I'm going to sell the card. But I might end up collecting a little bit. But I used to love autograph hunting. I got lots of stories about that kind of stuff. And I didn't realize like that's kind of like a part of me now. Like I love the hunt. And me and my buddy used to do it for years. And the Las Vegas Summer League is starting in just a couple weeks. And I think I've convinced Don to go with me. So wish me luck. Do you all have stories like that? Stories in your life where you look back and you go, I've always been a reseller. I didn't know I was a reseller. I used to do garage sales on my own. I love doing garage sales so much with my parents. I wanted some extra money to get cards or whatever silly thing I wanted. I would do them on my own. And I would just bring out like 7 action figures. Nobody would show up. I'd make like a quarter. And then my dad, I think, would give me like an extra $1 or $2 on my allowance. And then I'd go to the card shop or get a Ninja Turtle or something. But I've always been a reseller. I didn't realize it, but I've always been a reseller. One of these days, I'm going to tell you the story of how I met Dawn. It was basically because of one of my reselling adventures. I met her through that. And speaking of Dawn, the plush queen, she found this cool vintage, what is this? Like 1960s. It's like a cartoon. I forgot the name. Dog. It's like one of those stiff, hard plushes, probably filled with wood chips or asbestos or something. Okay, not asbestos. That would be illegal, but it's weird. It's a Rushton. We found it actually at our honey hole, at the place that we got a bunch of plushes for a quarter in Utah. Not California. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it was a quarter piece at a place we go to in Utah. And we sold this today or last night for $40. Check out the organization for $40 plus shipping. Plushes can sell. And Dawn is becoming an expert. I know a little bit about plushes and toys, but Dawn's becoming an expert. This helps us sell stuff, by the way, guys. We had to pay a lot of money for this, though. Not really. So I am currently all alone in the apartment. If you hear like a TV in the background, it's because for some reason Dawn thinks that the dog and the cat need a TV going so they don't get anxious. I don't know where she got that idea. They're going to be anxious either way, especially when she's not around. But she had to go back up to St. George and visit with her dad for the night, which is like an hour and a half away, if you guys know where Vegas and St. George, Southern Utah are. So I'm here by myself, just hanging out, filming a video as us content creators do. And I was lucky enough earlier to go thrifting with her, though. She found a ton of stuff. I didn't find as much, but it was 25% off day at Savers. So I want to show you just a couple clips of some of the stuff we found and then go over what I found, what I think we can make. Are me and Dawn going to be millionaires? Are we going to start living on a yacht or a small, boat without holes? Let's see. Welcome to the beautiful Las Vegas Savers. So I picked up this Jurassic World in spite of the terrible movie action figure T-Rex, $5.99 with the 25% off, like $4 something. Should get like 15 or 20 plus shipping on that. Got this Sentinel from HeroClix, like 2002. Paid $3 on the bag. Should get like 12, 15, maybe 20 on that figure. Plus the Batman, extra free Batman. And of course, Dawn found a ton more than I found. We found this guy on the left. His name is Professor Poopy Pants. Everybody told me on Instagram. Didn't know who it was, but it looked quality. And he's from the Captain Underpants universe, the kind of like the Marvel universe, but for underpants and professors and stuff. Weird. Have you guys ever noticed when you're looking at these fantasy novels that all the titles, Witchblood, whatever they are, could be like death metal band names? Non-interference. They're rad, man. Just look at all these. Orca, yes! I was super excited when I found this creepy panda container for like under $4 after the percentage off. It was just filled with miniature Pokemon figures. I was pretty full of myself. Just watch this. The pick of the day, Don. The pick of the day goes to me. $4.99. We're gonna be millionaires. I don't know anything about Pokemon either, honestly, but it's cool. Those were haunting words. I don't know a lot about Pokemon, because based on the overwhelming, well, there's a few people on Instagram that said these were more than likely knockoffs. So now I have a bunch of knockoff Pokemon figures. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. But still, for $4, I get the creepy panda container with the knockoff Pokemons. I'm going to try to spin this in a positive way and not cry myself to sleep. I'll tell you what's not fake is this Professor Poopy Pants. $3.99, so this bag was like $3. That's not worth anything. That's like a McDonald's toy. But look at this. Even on the foot, it says authentic. Authentic, guys. This is authentic Professor Poopy Pants. And these actually sell decently. I just could tell by the quality that it was, worth a shot. And I think I'll get, $10, $12, maybe $15 plus shipping for this. So, yeah, I'm a legend. Here's another bag I got. Did you know, I paid $3 for it. Did you know that Monster Jam has action figures? These come in like 2 packs with a monster truck vehicle, some weird robot guy. I just kind of went with this for $3. This guy's worth what the bag's worth. I'll make like $4 plus shipping. So let's check on this Venom figure and see if this will make up a little extra money to have made this bag worthwhile. It's Burger King, so that's not a great sign. So I went and I looked this up. New one sold for like $4 plus shipping, and then in a lot of used ones with another figure, it was like $7. I think I can get like $2, $3, maybe even $4 plus shipping on this, plus $4 on this. Probably not the best bag in the world, but in general, what I do without having to look everything up at Savers or at whatever store you're at, try to see if there's like one figure you feel pretty solidly or confidently would pay for the bag, maybe more, and has something else decent. This was probably, looking back, not the best purchase in the world, but I will make $1 or $2. This will probably end up in whatnot in a lot, but I'll make my bag money back in maybe $1 or less profit just on that toy. So not the best thing in the world, but in general, that's like my strategy. Here's a good bolo you can look out for when you're at the thrift store. $4.99 I paid, so like a little under $4 for this. These were both higher quality plastic figures. They actually can sell for decent money if you get the high quality one. So this is a vintage Triceratops, 1987. Haven't looked this one up, but this one's pretty solid. Look at this. Always read the bellies. You want to look out for Sleek. You want to look out for Safari. This is Kangaroo Science and Nature Australia. Looked this up, a similar one. They're vintage apparently, probably from the 80s as well. I mean, just look at the quality of this. A vintage one sold for like $14 shipped, so like $10 plus shipping. I'm assuming in this bag, that we spent like $3.75 for, we should be able to make maybe $15, $20 plus shipping. I love these plastic toy bags. People overlook them all the time. There's good money in them. And this really is like one of the main benefits of niching down. You become, over time, an expert on certain categories. Toys and sports cards, I would consider myself an expert in, and it serves me really well. I can find value where a lot of people would overlook, and that just takes years and years of just focus. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today, is focus. I don't really like that motivational stuff. You can go do it, be whatever you want, become a millionaire, rise and grind. I think the stuff's corny and it doesn't really matter. Do what you want, whatever that is you want. If you need this to make a living with, you got to focus a certain amount. If you want to do this for fun and you want to just become good at it, you're also going to need that focus. If I were to say what my main number one skill is as a person, as a human being, is the ability to really aggressively focus on one thing and like do nothing else really well. But I've always been able my whole life to focus on one thing. When I was a kid, it was sports cards. When I got into high school, I got obsessed with doing theater, which has served me later on in my life really well with how I use my voice and just like feeling really comfortable in front of crowds and talking to people. It served me really well, but I've really been able to focus. I went to college, got 3 degrees, was super focused for a lot of years on that. And then I've been really focused on reselling, probably to a detriment to myself at times, but that's been something that served me. And I want to tell you a little story about how that focus has really like seriously changed my life, guys. I'm sure a good deal of you know me from TikTok and from Instagram. I don't know if you guys all know my story of how I started, but I started TikTok in November of 2019 when there wasn't a lot of people doing reseller content. It was kind of luck, and maybe I got a little lucky to get this focused on TikTok because on my 5th video, I hadn't really had much traction at all talking about reselling. At that time, it was still pretty much maybe the dancing and comedy app only. There wasn't a ton of other niches yet, but it seemed to be starting. There's like 5 or 6 people that were doing, consistent reselling content at that time. And on my 5th video, I did like a cruise ship, like something I found, a cruise ship I was panning in and out, didn't know how to do it, had like Do the Hustle playing in the background, no voiceover, no nothing. And it got hundreds of thousands. I thought it was a glitch. It got like over several hundred thousand views really quickly. And after that first taste of success, I went all in and I really pushed it. Started, figuring out my style and my format, at the thrift store, all this stuff that's kind of become cliche at this point within the whole reselling TikTok and Instagram community. But it's something that serves a purpose and I love it. But that being said, me starting down that road and starting to have success, it snowballed. I focused. I did not miss a day posting on TikTok, guys. I did not miss a day posting on TikTok for like a year and a half until Dave started making me a few posts. And then I got lazy. So I blame it on Dave that I stopped doing it every day. It's not really the reason, but I really did. For like 18 months, I didn't miss a day on TikTok. And I'm over 800,000 followers on TikTok. Like a lot on Instagram, a few here on YouTube, quite a bit. It's awesome. But it's totally changed my life. Totally. I mean, like seriously, it's really changed my life. Here's to the degree to which it's changed my life. I just posted on Instagram and TikTok an ad, a paid ad. They paid me, an eBay paid ad. eBay paid me, some dude who was just rambling on at a thrift store, in his old store, in his apartment, to do an ad. Like that's something I built through perseverance and the help of my family and friends and everything. And anything you want to do, guys, is possible. Anything, if you focus on it. Now, if that's just you want to make a little extra money on the side so you can go on vacations, if that's you just want to become a sports card seller because you love sports cards and you'd love to make an extra $100 a month, or you want to be a billionaire and you want to hire me to do ads. I'm kind of expensive, but I'll happily do ads. As many as you want, as long as you're paying me. Just keep the money flowing in. Let's get real. Not anything is possible. Not everything is possible. If you're 5'8", a little bit portly like myself, I'm not going to be a professional basketball player. That ship has sailed and it was never at port, and the building of the ship was never constructed. There was no talent. There was no basketball IQ, but a lot of things are possible. A lot of things are possible. Let's make that a shirt. I'd love like any constructive criticism or feedback you have on this style of video, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. If it's a complaint, like a straight up complaint, go ahead and go on NC Flipper's channel and leave your complaint for my channel. Say anything you want. This is the trash to cash method. Go on his account and just say my name. Don't even act like he had a video, and mention the complaint. And then Dave, I'm sure, will get back to me. And if not, I'm no worse for the wear, and then Dave can handle it. So either way, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to hit 100 or 1 million followers. I don't know, a lot of them, guys. I'm at like 11,000, and that's not good enough. That's simply not good enough. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. I mean, I do care a lot. Anybody who tells you they don't care is lying to you. Don't listen to that. Like and sub. Don't unsub. If you unsub, you're going to miss out on whatever this is.